I'm here too, all crafty. That's fine. Happy weaving. I hope your project's going well. And you're feeling like you're having a productive day. Let's fix this. What's going on here? That's better. See? All along you thought it was just a headband, right? Yeah, I just hate those wires. And I think this looks so much neater. I am roasting. It is so hot. You know, it won't even tell me how hot it is on my computer. It just says that the Japan stock index is up. Thanks a lot for that. Don't need that. Okay. Everything's running really slow. It was slow to load. Streamlabs it's just everything is slow to load. So I don't know what's going on. And if I end up having problems, when I did Thursday night stream, I ended up with 3 different segments. I didn't realize it. One was only 4 minutes, but still, I hate when that happens, when I drop frames. I remember when I dropped frames, I saw it. So anyway, hopefully, we won't have any trouble with that. So, I'm going to spin the Polworth that I was spinning on Thursday, and I'll talk all about all the stuff while I'm spinning, because right now I need to settle into a nice rhythmic, relaxing breather. It's been hectic. It's been crazy. Don't mention the word ants to me. I have 2 places that they're coming into the house, just driving me crazy. And I was dealing with that right before stream. Consequently, I was really late. I will stream longer probably. Not a big deal now. I am packed. I pretty much have everything I want to take with me that is not clothes gathered together and in a bag. Now, I've been packing stuff in boxes because we're moving some stuff down to Mom's. That got taken care of a couple weeks ago. I'll be glad to get them out of here. We're leaving early in the morning, and I'm pretty much ready to go, which is good. I always wish it felt less stressful to leave home. It's never exciting. It's always a chore. You know, whenever we do stuff, that stuff is exciting. If we go on a cruise or whatever. But the actual leaving home part is hard. Hot also, 110 heat index. All I have on my thing, they won't tell me the temp. All it says is windy tomorrow. We had rain yesterday, all day. It was nice. It was supposed to storm, and we got a little bit of thunder and lightning, but it wasn't a big thing, right? It wasn't a big thing. And we got a fair amount of rain, so it's marginally cooler, in the low 90s. Not much of a heat index. Kind of cleared some of the humidity out of the air. but there is no shade from the sun. I mean, it's bright sun today, so that sun can be warm. Keep turning the air conditioner down a degree. As it goes into the day, which is the way it should be. It rarely runs during the night. So yesterday was real hot, and I started at 10:30 in the morning, and I got done mowing around 1:30. I took one break, broke it into two sessions of mowing. After that, I took my shower and washed my hair and sat down and got something to drink, a ice drink, and I didn't do much else. That really was tiring because of the heat. Hubby mowed later in the evening. I wanted to get it done early. I wasn't real sure what I was going to do during the rest of the day. I was going to cook and I didn't. I got to cook tonight, because I got something out that I was going to cook yesterday, so I've got to cook tonight, but I was too tired to cook. But everything is mowed before we leave. It will need it when we get back, but at least we're not behind on anything, so that helps. Sometimes I wonder if I can move this camera so I can look in it more. Oops. That's a little better, I guess. I don't know. I'm craning my neck to look back this way to look at the camera, so now I can just look here. That helps a little bit. So one of the biggest sources of chaos yesterday and today was we were on our porch yesterday morning, and our stray cat that came to live with us on its own lives on that porch. Her name's Twitch, and while we were sitting out there, Twitch started doing all of these antics of meowing, not a meow, a call, and sticking her butt way in the air, and waving it around, and putting her tail way up, and she was obviously in heat. And I'm like, oh my goodness, talk about bad timing. I don't want her to get pregnant. I'm trying to get her to the vet to be neutered, spayed. So I moved her inside. Hubby was not happy. I moved her into this room, which I can close off from my other cat, which is one of the reasons I'm late today, because I'll tell you where she is in a minute, but I rehomed her temporarily while we go on vacation, and I had this room all different because of her getting into stuff, right, and that sort of thing. So yeah, I had I had to get things back in order before I streamed today too, on top of everything else. However, she settled in, and I came in and I spent time with her. She's very affectionate. She was more fiercely affectionate, being in heat. She wanted to hug me with her arms, like she was grabbing another cat. So after a couple taps on the head and nose, and when I correct her like that, then she licks my hand like, I'm sorry. But I spent a lot of time with her yesterday and this morning, and I miss her now. I'm like, oh man, this is sad. But I spent a number of hours off and on the phone yesterday looking for boarding options, and I also wanted to talk to my daughter, who she was having a day, and she just kept texting, oh, I'm doing this now, I know, I want to talk to you too, I got a lot to tell you, and blah blah blah, and just couldn't find time to call, so I never could really get a definitive answer from her if she could help. So, I checked out Humane Societies, I checked out Pet Suites, I checked out all these different places where you have to pay. It was going to be close to $400, but it didn't matter because I was straight up front and honest that she was in heat, and they said, sorry, we won't take any animal that's in heat. The only place you can really board an animal that's in heat is your vet. Well, by the time I got this piece of information, my vet's office was already closed on Saturdays. They have half-day hours. So I couldn't, I did send a text to them. I never heard back, but I did send a text to them. And I was just stressing big time about this. I didn't know what I was going to do because hubby wanted to put her outside. Just put her outside. I said, if I let her have cats, it's going to be another 6 weeks before I can take her to the vet. And we don't want kittens. And, she's liable to go back into heat before I get her to a vet, she needs this done. So I let her stay in this room last night. She was good as gold. I think she's going to be a really good house cat. I can't do it until her and Newman come to terms. My daughter was saying today, they'll just be patient. They'll work it out. That she'll be a house cat, But finally, I got to talk to my daughter, and it wasn't until this morning. And she said, well, you're welcome to bring her. We've got this great big basement. The door closes. It's completely closed off. She cannot get out of there if the door is closed. If the door opens up, she still has to go up the basement stairs, and then she's in the garage, and that's completely enclosed. It sounded like it would be an okay situation, even though she's going to be by herself. Unfortunately, fortunately, it's huge. There's lots and lots and lots of places to hide, which is the very first thing that happened when I took her over there today and took her out, opened the crate door. My grandson opened the crate door, and he said, "Where'd she go?" Expecting her to sign her out, and she, of course, is like to the closest box to hide behind or whatever. But we set her up with the bed that she had to sleep in, even out on the porch, and her food, and a litter box. My daughter had a brilliant idea. She said, "Don't bring clean litter." She said, "Has she used the box?" I said, "Yeah, she's used the box once." She said, "Just bring that. That way she'll know that's what it's for." I was like, that kind of makes sense. So I did. So I hope she does all right. It's going to be not quite 2 weeks. It's going to be 11 days. What I was going to say, though, the fortunate thing is, it is their laundry room. And let me tell you, they do a lot of laundry. They got 3 adults, 1 kid. They do a lot of laundry. So they're down there periodically. Maybe not during the work day, but morning, evening, and they will go down and feed her. So she'll get fed. She'll get her. We call it gushy food. It's the wet food in the can. That's the cat's treat food, right? They have dry all the time. They can eat dry whenever they want it, but once or twice a day they get some of the wet food. So she'll get some of that. I'm trying to convince myself more than anything. I've gotten so attached to that little cat. Wandered into our porch and disrupt our entire life, I'll tell you. So I got back from that half hour before I needed to stream, which wasn't quite enough time. I wanted to change clothes, and you know how it goes. This skein is going to have one little tiny piece of sparkle. It's in here. There's some sparkle in there. I can take the skein yarn and find the sparkle. Now there's a party game you never heard of, because I just made it up. Anyway, I'm trying to convince myself that she's so much better. I mean, she does not need to be getting pregnant. I will take her to the vet as soon as I get back. I'll call while I'm gone and make the appointment as close as I can for the day we get back. So I will take her, and when she is spayed, as much as she hangs around the porch, we're just going to let her have that as her happy place, because that's what she loves. She loves that porch. And we're talking about building her a little house kind of thing for the wintertime. We'll see. She may tell us differently. The cat door is always open, because Newman comes and goes through the cat door. If she ever leaves the porch and wanders around to the garage, she'll find the cat door. She may tell us differently, that she's going to come in here. I can fully expect to get up one morning and walk in here and find her sleeping on this bed back here behind me, because that's where she was sleeping. I'll probably know about it before that, though, because I imagine her and Newman will have a few words, if he even knows. But he sleeps with me. She may be able to sneak in without him knowing. She's a cute cat. Very petite, long-legged, teenager, talkative, playful, all gray. There's not a speck of white on her. There goes the sparkle. I think I should have pulled that out. No way am I going to pull that out. I haven't spun anything with sparkle in it for a while. It's about time I add some sparkle to some bats or something. My focus after I get back is going to be see how much red and green I can spin. I'm going to have a little section of my yarns that are for sale that are Christmassy. I have to kind of take a look at my stash and see what I got. I have a lot of blue-green, I know that, but I'm not sure I have a lot of real green or Christmas red. I didn't need a teen pregnancy. I've been laughing about that. You're right, all crafty. I have been joking about that. Nothing worse than a teen pregnancy. Yeah, that's what happens when parents go away and the kids have the house, you know. So the bottom line on this trip is I really am not packing any crafts. I'm taking a break. Hubby and I are going to put a Lego kit together. We really enjoyed doing the first one that we did, and he suggested it, and I said, that sounds fun. So that'll be my craft. I'm not going to take a book to read. I have one going right now, but I'm taking my iPad. I have Kindle Unlimited right now, and there's a lot of stuff in there I want to read before I cancel that. I figured that was a good time to do it. I always think I'm going to get so much done, and of course, it takes 2 days to get down there. We're there 6 days, and then 2 days to get home. Actually, it's going to take 3 days this time because we are swinging by. We are going to go out of our way for 1 day on the way home, so we can go to the cemetery where hubby's parents are buried. Because we haven't been there for a year or so. However, the TV down there is crappy, so and we don't have internet. I can do internet on my phone and connect my pad to it. And, you know, so I can check email, I can usually download books and stuff like that so I can read offline. As far as I know, Knit Companion, well, I'm not taking any knitting, it doesn't matter. But, you know, what I'm saying is that you would think that there's not as much to distract me, and I don't really miss being on the internet, but it is hugely different than you know, a day at home. I'm on the internet all the time at home, so We go to Starbucks, use their internet if I have something big I want to do, like a big download or something. We tend to go to we don't have a Starbucks within 40 minutes of us. We have to drive 40 minutes. So, to have one that's under about 15, it's about 15 minutes away, is a treat. And we tend to go more. But, before daughter came through and said, yeah, I think it'll work for her to be down in the basement. My absolute last resort was having to let her go ahead and go back outside like hubby wanted. And I was thinking about when I would do that and how I would do that, and it was just like, oh man, I really am glad this worked out. Okay. Do you stand to weave? Are you weaving on an upright, or you sit at a bench? I know the benches don't have back support either, but that's one of the reasons I never really set up that big triangle loom that I have, is because you have to stand to do it. And for so many years, I couldn't do that. Um, it still would probably have to be done in shorter sessions, but my knees are so much better, I should be able to do it now. You sit on a bench, you have issues with your back. Yeah. You have to be so careful with backs. Keep them happy. I feel like I've missed a day. Doesn't feel it. I mean, it feels like Saturday. I guess that's wishful thinking. been meaning to post the yarns I spun during the... I think I already did that. I think I finally... I need to check Discord and find out if I did that. Might have been Yahoo group I'm in. I think it was Yahoo. I didn't do it in Discord. I need to do that. Won't take long. Yeah, I need my notes. I have to get my notes out somewhere. I don't want to do that right now. Oh, that was one thing Twitch did do. She was bored, I'm sure, and she's jumping up on things, and she brought down a stack. Hi, Mass Bandit. I am good. I'm tired, but I'm good. How are you? Talking about my cat knocked down a stack that was on this table, and unfortunately, it had a notebook that I write current things for the year in. Right. It was my running notebook for 2023. She dropped it, and it hit her water bowl. I mean, that notebook just got saturated. I was like, oh my gosh. So I pulled the pages that had writing on it, and you know how you prop them up and they dry, right? And they're dry, but I got to transcribe them into a new notebook. I'm just like, of all the things to go down in your water dish, but I did not have this room really set up for a cat. It was a last minute emergency thing because she had gone into heat and I didn't want her outside, and I really couldn't let her have run of the house because of my other cat, Newman. So this was a nice safe space for her, but it was not, I hadn't really cat-proofed it very well. She did not do any real damage. I mean, that wet notebook was about the extent of it, really. She spent most of the time sleeping on the bed. I think she was, see, there's a window right there. I think she was trying to look out the window. That she probably spent more time on that table than I realized. There's birds out there. She probably was bird watching. You work today. You're tired and sore. Yeah. I hope you get a good night's rest. So often that's all it takes. And on the hottest day of the year, Newman was, I think it's because he knew the cat was in this room, but Newman was like if I sat down, not just laying on my lap, he was flat out, stretched out, and sleeping on my lap. Like, I'm not moving. I mean, it's cool in the house with the air conditioner, but that's a lot of cat on the lap. It'll be a short night's sleep. You have to be up at 3 a.m. to shower and be ready to leave for the hospital. Oh, tomorrow's your surgery? Oh, well, good luck. Yes, I knew you were having it. I did not know it was coming up tomorrow. I know that you've been kind of getting your ducks in a row for that. Is it like a 6 weeks recovery, or is it worse than that? Longer than that? Will you have to do physical therapy? Two weeks off and no driving. Okay. The no driving was the hardest for me when I had I did my left knee first, and so I, went ahead and drove. And especially when they wanted to start physical therapy like 2 days after I got home from the surgery. I mean, seriously, it was unbelievable how quickly they wanted to do physical therapy. So my knee doctor told me, he says, I know it's going to sound awful. He says, it is awful. He says, it hurts. He says, but that knee can't get stuck in a position or stiff, or, it has to have more movement than what you will do naturally at home while it's in its early stage of healing. That was the one part of the knee surgery they didn't tell me. So, I went through the left one first, and first week I had my daughter drive me to physical therapy. Then after that I drove. When I had my right one done, I had her drive me, I think 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, probably 2.5, and then I started driving even though I wasn't supposed to. Don't know about physical therapy? Yeah. Oh, something cracked. I'm stiff today for some reason. Discord. Okay. I've posted the fibers a long time ago, but I never posted the I didn't do all of these, and there's fiber that I did that I didn't post. Not doing real good with my Discord up, keeping up. Boy, I'm tired. I love this deep gold orange color. Favorite. Color marigolds. There's an ant. Oh, I really had ants. Excuse me. Oh man, I hate allergies. Summer, they don't bother me too bad, but always am sneezing. Well, Mass Bandit, you imagine you're going to be spending a lot of time watching Twitch. Oh my goodness. Hubby's going to load the car up tonight. That's why we went ahead and packed this morning. Although he'll probably Probably won't take him too long to put just like 3 boxes and a suitcase and a piece of furniture, small piece of furniture. Looks like my music's just about done. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to make sure this was in Ravelry. Pretty sure it is, but I have no memory. I probably already looked it up once. Bring up the internet and it's like walking into a room and not being able to remember what did I want to do? Stash. There it is. Oh yeah, that's right. This is the one that I had 2 different colors on here. I wonder what happened to the blue? Let's see if that copied it. No, it didn't. Okay. There, that did. I crop this? There we go. Perfect. What is this called? Gold medal. Very good. My music stopped. I'll get it here in just a second. I want to lose my train of thought here. Oh, where did it go? Uh-oh. I don't know where I put it. All right. What kind of music do we want?
For just $67, you can make as many videos as you want, and you never need to pick up a camera or use any fancy...
stuff takes so long to do. Alright, so the fiber that I am spinning has its picture updated in Ravelry. And let's see what this is. Alright, that's for the yarn. But it's not on the Roberta. How interesting. When did I start this? That must be when I did the blue that was in there. Alright, so this is gold metal. Oh, let's metal. Yellow, orange. Right. Alright. I'm done playing. I'm just killing time, man. I'll tell you, I am. Oh. There's always good Pokemon on when I'm not looking. Oh man, it's warm in here all of a sudden. Wish the air would run. Okay. Enough organization. Let's get spinning again. Myself a note because by the time I come back, I'm not going to be thinking about that. Found out today one of your coworkers shares your sheep and Spencer Wall. Huh. How about that? Must live on a farm, obviously. Well, there must be a lot going on today. 'Cause maybe everybody's busy getting ready. They're traveling or they're busy getting ready for school. Ours starts in 2 weeks, I think. On the 17th. Well, it's August 17th, so that's 3 weeks. Like I said, I don't know, my time sense is really off. This feels like summer ought to be over. It feels like it's been a really long summer. When I come back, I've got everything ready for the fair except for taking the skeins and making them into another skein so that it's all nice and pretty, because these have been washed and handled and they just need to look a little more organized and be tied with a weaver's tie, so it separates the skein apart. So anyway, I have to do that. That won't take too long. That's a couple hours work one day. And then I have to start going through the hand spun and looking for what I want to put in the booth in September. Probably rescanning that. You know, it's been stored. It might need rescanned, and it probably needs, well, I know it needs price tags on it. So anyway, that'll be my August. I will only have one day to do the fair skeins. Well, two. I have to take it in Saturday and Sunday. I'll take it in on Sunday, so, you know, I have Friday and Saturday. But I have 6 weeks before the booth. There's a festival in town 10 miles away today. Was your coworker talking about going? Is that how you found out she spins? Or she was selling her fleece? Maybe? Or yarn? There's a lot, I think, coming up in September and October. Allegan, Michigan is always in August. It's early. I mean, it's always in August. Sometime. Nope, she bought in some wool for another coworker who wanted to use some for gnome beards. Yes, I've done that too when I was working locks, for doll makers for hair. They used it on doll hair when they were making dolls. That's who I sold to more than beards. Although I think one lady did. She doesn't wash it first? That's interesting. A lot of people don't like to wash locks because they fall apart, right? They want it to stay in that format, and if they're not real careful and do it like in nylon net, something to keep the locks from moving and falling apart while they're getting washed. That's how I do mine. Alright. As much as I wanted to get this finished, I am only going to do this strand here, and then I'm going to stop streaming. Pick this up when I get back. Usually I don't mind this chair, but today it feels so hard. I don't think I'm getting enough twist in this. I'm kind of petering out on the tread line here. Yeah, it's pretty good. Except at the very end. Oh, that's what I forgot to tell my daughter. I knew there was something I was forgetting to tell her when I saw her today. Right. To text her. Whoa, no, wrong way. At least it cooled off in here. The air came on right after I said something. "93 outside, mostly sunny." It's gonna be so hot in Florida. The nice thing is, in the evenings, it's a screened-in porch. I don't have to worry about mosquitoes. It's only 72. Is it raining? That is pretty low. That's nice. That's a perfect temp. Perfect temp. Alright, 3 more to go. Wish I had more energy today. I'm just very low energy. Keep trying to think if there's anything I gotta do besides make supper. I really don't want to do anything else tonight. Oh yeah, I gotta take a look at the last of the mail that came in today. Make sure there's no bills to pay. Put those in the mailbox tomorrow. I do have to do that. We did switch a lot of our utilities to auto pay, which is a big saver as far as writing checks and not having to worry if we travel. Well, did that bill get paid? So I don't end up with too many that I have to write. Nope, no rain, huh? That's good. It's a beautiful day. Hello. Holly. You're just in time for a goodbye. I am giving up here and gonna end it. How are you doing? Is all well? So I have just this much left that I'll spend when I get back. Oh my goodness. Let's put this back in the center. There we go. Let's go to... Okay, let me get my calendar out here and give you the date. In August for sure. What do we got? I actually get home late on a Thursday, so it's going to be, which is good, it gives me a couple days. It's going to be August 13th, it's a Sunday. So it's actually exactly 2 weeks from today. I will be back. Let's see if this still works. Huh. Alright, what did I do wrong? I don't remember. Maybe they took it off. Maybe it's no longer works. Okay, I'm not going to read anybody today. I'm not going to sit here for any longer. And I want to say thank you to everybody who hung around. Look at you all coming. Where you been? Where you been? Alrighty. Mass Bandit, good luck tomorrow. Everybody else, take care. Have a great start to your week. Be safe. And most of all, find something that makes you very happy. I will catch you in 2 weeks. Thank you all for hanging out. Bye.